guys, how's it going? I just want to talk to you guys real quick about the top 2 window cleaning poles. So I'm only talking about 2 because there's only 2 that I really like. I've used Marmon poles, Ettore poles, Unger poles, Garlic poles. I have not used, I know Sorbo made a pole, but I've never heard good things about it. They're kind of hard to get. So I'm just going to show you the top 2 poles that I use. And we're not talking about water-fed poles. These are poles for traditional work, all pretty much under $100. So my first poles that I really enjoy are Garlic poles. Garlic, this is a 24-foot telescopic pole. There's no external collars, so all you do is turn it and tighten it, right? These, you can go through them pretty easily. They start to lock up, especially in the cold. That's basically how most of them have worn out, is that whatever the interlocking part is on them starts either not working and just spinning, or either it locks up and you can't get it untightened, or it won't lock up and keep spinning. I would say they last for about 6 to 8 months. But the nice thing about, and this is a 12-foot one. Lengthwise, it's pretty good as far as being about 4 feet, so you can fit in tight spaces with it. But this one's old, so you see the dust. I don't use really the short ones anymore, but I love the long ones for high pole work. Especially with a ledger tool, it creates a great bend to it so that you can really get to the bottom of the frame easily. But if you want something and you're more of like a straight pole worker for pole work, these ones are great. But I would not use these with any kind of, say, swivel tool, because what will happen is when you're swiveling on the window, because of how these locks work, when you're swiveling, these can come unlocked. And when I talk about now my top favorite pole, which are now any sort of Unger OptiLock pole, right? So here, this handle really locks on. It's never gonna twist on you when you're doing an upper window and make it hard for you to finish that window. It's always locked tight. I've never had an issue with it. The nice thing about these 2, on those Garlic poles, I always use like a wood tip. On these, it's easily to screw on a wood tip. Use like an there's some handles that just don't work with this very well, but that's rare. That's only the Ledger pure brass handle. So only the pure brass handle, like the Ledger, is the only one that really doesn't secure on there. But if you had like the swivel Ledger, like that locks on. I mean, you see how hard that is to get off. You really have to pull it to get off. So, but then every other handle works with this. This is a pull X handle, accelerated handle, Unger, just simple sunline channel handle, wagtail handle, perfect handle, Sorbo handle. Using the wagtail angle arm, perfectly fits on. So it's pretty easy as that. The other one that I've been using, just for like a little bit of higher windows, is just the Unger OptiLock 14-foot, which is like a 3-section, which is really easy to use. So those are my top 2 poles as far as for window cleaning, is the Garlic pole and the Unger OptiLock pole. So if you have any questions about these poles, comment below and I'll let you know anything I know about them. But overall, I think these are your best bets for if you're going to invest in poles. These would be them. I have used pretty much everything else. What I find, like with like a Marmon pole, which I've seen a lot of guys use and a lot of guys like, is these are a little bit weak. Great for swivel, great for locking on. I have it in the back of my truck for using as a duster, web duster. So easy to unlock, easy to tighten. There's nothing really wrong with the pole. you know, you always get those cool Marmon handles with it. That's kind of like an honorable mention for this. So I would say, you know, the top 2 poles that I use every day though now are just these 2 Unger Optolock poles. Very easy to move in and out, always lock up. You know, the great thing about Unger 2 is that you can always go get the really simple ones from Home Depot that work really well. I've had this one for 5 years and it's still works perfectly. I don't really use it. I pretty much just give it to newer guys. I had a guy last year who really liked it and he used it and it's still really good. So that's a nice thing about Unger, is that you can buy, and these cost I think under $30. And then I believe this one was right under or right above 40, and then the Unger Optolock 14-foot one was right about I'd want to say right around $70–$75. So I mean, they're totally worth it. Other handles that hold on, of course, is all the Unger Ninja line, and this is kind of one of my favorite combos, just because it looks awesome. I really like this one. Pretty simple, guys, really. I just wanted to show you guys my 2 favorite poles. No need for me to show you them working. I use them in all my videos. You can see them. Check out my channel and you can see me using all these poles. But you know, poles are poles. We all know what we do with poles, so no reason to really go into too much action shots with poles. I just wanted to show you guys them, show you how easy they are to, you know, unlock, lock, how easy they are to use. And those are my top 2 favorite poles. So Garlic poles and Unger Optolock poles. Have a good day, guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace.